Hoi, hoi, hoi. Hi, Umma. Hi, Appa. Today is day 174 of overthinking what to do with my life. Like I said, I want my next thing to be creative. I want to be in the creative space somehow, some way. Where and how, I don't know just yet. But one of the ideas is just making commercials for things that I use. And maybe not commercials that air on linear TV. An ad that you can run on social media, or a video you can run on social media. Today's video will be, at least I'm hoping, will be focused on that process. At least for, yeah, we'll just leave it there.
And explore. What's really nice too is that when you do this, you can actually pause some.
Okay, I haven't storyboarded all of this yet. Like, I haven't drawn it, but I did write. Look, sorry, ADHD. Look at what I got today at Costco. A little diffuser. It smells really good. Very subtle. I like it. So I didn't draw it out yet, but I wrote down and like what is it called when you do storyboard but don't draw it, but you write down all the ideas and all that, like the music, the different shots, shot planning, shot listing. Anyway, here's what I've come up with. So, and if you work at Wilson, because this ad is for like a Wilson volleyball, like a beach volleyball. If you work at Wilson, don't steal this. I'm gonna try to figure out how to license this and sell it to you. So the first one, we'll call it Finally. Finally is the name of the ad. So my idea is to personify. Oh wait, I was gonna go get the volleyball, but it's in the car. Personify a beach volleyball. Make it feel like it's a human, 9 to 5 during the day, and living for the weekend. So there's 3 acts, of course, beginning, middle, and end. The first act is the mood is sad, depressed, looked over, and so the scene ideas. There's 3 scenes in Act 1. The first one, the ball's in the closet or by the garage. We're gonna say next to the laundry, and it's just sitting there. So the shot is ball and laundry. So shot 2 is next to the TV or next to the couch facing the TV. Monday Night Football is on. Scene 3 is a POV from the ball on the ground, looking up at the owner, and they're working on the computer during the day or doing something during the night. How we're going to get from scene 1, 2 to 3 is from scene 1 to 2, it's going to accidentally get kicked. And it's going to get moved. Scene 2 to 3, it's going to, the owner is going to pick up the ball and like practice setting with it, bumping it or something like that. And it's going to be set down next to the desk, so you see the lights of the computer changing as the person is working behind the computer. So that's Act 1, sad, depressed, looked over. Act 2, we are on our way for the weekend. So the title and the animations change between Act 1 and Act 2. It's going to say like Monday. It's going to say Tuesday, like a calendar that flips Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday morning is here. Saturday, we're on the way and packing up to go play beach volleyball. So shot 1, it is still early AM. It's quiet. Lights turn on. There's some rustling. The ball does not change or really mind. And I wrote like a dog. When a dog is still sleeping and the owner gets up to go to the bathroom, the dog will like wake up and like look and then go back to bed. The closet is still closed. The light is creeping through the closet doors. Shot 2, the door opens. The music starts to change. It's upbeat. The ball gets picked up. The same sound of the door closing during the week and the owner leaving is the same sound as the door opening and closing as they leave. The camera stays on the empty closet where the ball used to be until. And shot 3 is a wide shot to establish that the owner is walking. And so we're going to say walking through the parking lot. And it's going to be, I'm thinking, wide shot. The person is very small, walking through like this part of the frame, and it's gonna be from like top down or like from the side. Big wide shots. We're gonna do 3 of them, and then we're going to cut to, and the owner. I'm thinking the owner's holding the ball like this, walking, or it could be in a bag, but the owner's holding it like this. Third shot is the POV of the ball, so the point of view of the ball getting put into the car, into the front seat. So I'm thinking we get into the driver's seat, you come in, and you throw the ball into the passenger side. And so I'm thinking from that point, because I can't throw this camera or the other camera, I'll record it with my phone in that scene, and then just throw it so that it tumbles and it looks like it's, in this front seat. Then Act 3, we're at the beach. So the ball's bounced in the parking lot. You pick it up and you bounce it in the parking lot as you're walking. You're gonna throw it in the sand. The sand is wiped off by spinning it in the hand. There's sand in the ball, so you like spin it and you like try to get the sand off. The third shot you're playing. The final shot is the fourth shot is the final shot. The ball like rolls into frame. It's just sitting in the sand, and people are playing in the background. The focus is on the ball, and the text says, "Finally," or "Be where you belong." That is my ad campaign for the first one, and I'm hoping before this vlog comes out, I'll draw it out. But if not, that's my idea. So that's my idea. First one is Wilson, finally. My second ad idea is one that I've had actually for a while, for about a year. This one is called Make It Your Own. Make It Your Own campaign. It's gonna roll across. It's gonna stay there. We're gonna try to get it so that the Wilson logo is facing it. So roll there, and it stops, holds for 5 seconds, cut, and then that'll be at sunset or some other time. I don't know. That's my idea. That's my idea for the finally ad and campaign. I think it'd be really cool to be able to come up with these ads and sell them, or we won't film like a finished product, but come up with these ideas. And it's because I use these products, so we can call it UGC, but I guess that's not really UGC, the user generated content, where people will make ads or like film videos of a Rubik's Cube, and then they'll sell that video to Rubik's Cube for them to use as an ad. But this could actually be an actual ad campaign. How the money works in licensing that, I have no idea yet. Something to come up with. But things like that, and things like restaurants and food and coffee shops, I feel like those are all super fun ideas. Like I wrote a couple down for Lazy Eye. I feel like Lazy Eye would have a really good time with videos that make it easy to translate into views. Now, whether those views actually turn into dollars and people coming in, I don't know if that's that's the second part of everything. But coming up with these ideas is really fun because my mind doesn't work linearly. When I have an idea, instead of just here's point A, here's point B, here's point C, D, and E that we need to do to get here, my mind doesn't work like that. My mind works like here are points A, B, C, D, find a way through it. And that's kind of how those ideas came up. As I see people who people get new balls, people have old balls that are all designed differently, and I'm like, oh, I know. Here's an idea. So the match cut, here's the intro, here's the outro. Like my mind does not go, here's the intro, here's what we do in the middle, here's what we do at the end, here's how we close. That's not how my mind works. My mind works from the middle, and it was like, here's the main idea. Let's branch out and then we'll figure out what's a good intro and what's a good outro. And that's why I feel like this thing in the creative space should be my next move, because I finished the photos yesterday, and I might take a break from editing just for this one day, but I'm glad I got those ideas on paper, and I'm glad I got to share them with you. But that is it. That is it for me today. I spent a lot of money at Costco to restock everything. It doesn't feel like a Monday, but it is. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Bye, Umma. Bye, Appa. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for listening to my great ideas, and I'll see you tomorrow.